Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, in the United States, President Trump's national security advisor says the International Criminal Court is illegitimate and the United States will no longer cooperate with it. Based in The Hague, its mandate is to prosecute war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide. But John Bolton has pledged to use any means necessary to protect American citizens and their allies from being prosecuted there. Let's go live now to Washington, to our correspondent, Kylie Morris.
John, this is steady state John Bolton in a way. He's had these views for years that the ICC is a reckless or dangerous body which challenges American sovereignty. While others would argue, as you say, it's a thing for the world to have some means to investigate and pursue those guilty of genocide and war crimes, perhaps a useful thing. John Bolton argues against what he describes as the court's enormous unaccountable powers. What's different now is, well, John Bolton is now the national security advisor to Donald Trump, who's no fan of multilateral institutions, but also, more importantly, in November, the court announced that it is investigating potential American war crimes in Afghanistan, where there are allegations of US nationals engaging in torture.
We will not cooperate with the ICC. We will provide no assistance to the ICC, and we certainly will not join the ICC. We will let the ICC die on its own. After all, for all intents and purposes, the ICC is already dead to us.
It's also because of a potential ICC investigation into Israel that John Bolton has explained a decision by the State Department today to close the Palestinian representative office here in Washington. Apparently, the Palestinian ambassador was only told of that decision to close the mission this morning. The State Department says it's because the PLO basically wasn't a fan of the Trump plan for peace in the Middle East. They haven't signed up to that. But for John Bolton, it was necessary because of what he says was Palestinian lobbying for the court to investigate settlements on the West Bank.
The United States will always stand with our friend and ally Israel. And today, reflecting congressional concern with Palestinian attempts to prompt an ICC investigation of Israel, the Department of State will announce the closure of the Palestine Liberation Organization office here in Washington, D.C.
Of course, the Palestinians cut ties with the Trump administration after its decision to move that embassy, the US embassy, from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. But if anyone were imagining that a new unorthodox approach from the Trump administration might actually breathe new life into the Middle East peace process, it seems to be having the opposite effect.
Kylie Morris in Washington.